It's day 3 of the Skyrocket Your Sales Challenge, which I am having so much fun with. And I know so many of you who are joining for the lives every day are also part of that challenge. And I love, 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 love having you there in it. And just want to say thank you to everyone for that. We are live now on Instagram. Laura, good morning. We are live on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. Hey, I want to know today, what are you grateful for? Type in the comments, what are you most grateful for, my friend? Gratitude is the one thing in the Science of Getting Rich, chapter 7, he says, the entire process of mental adjustment and atonement can be summed up in one word, gratitude. And so I just want to invite you this morning, if there is any amount of low vibeness going on to what you're doing, if there's any amount of like energy not moving in your sales process, in your business process, or in your life, take a moment for what are you grateful for? James, good morning. So good to have you here. I was actually thinking about you the other day and wondering how you were. Morgana, good morning. So what are you grateful for? Kim, oh my gosh, Kim, it's been a minute since I've seen you. I'm grateful for the lessons I've been learning recently in life and in business. Ooh, that's good. I love that. Good morning. Okay, LinkedIn. So LinkedIn user, for some reason, it's not showing me your name, but grateful for living and working in the most free nation on earth. Amen to that. Let's see who else we have. James, I'm grateful for my health, my faith, and my family. Yes, yes, yes. That's beautiful. Mustafa, good afternoon. Elsie, Nancy, hello. I'm grateful for my husband, kids, and dog. Yes, that's beautiful. So I want to share with you another process that I would invite you to do, especially if you feel like you're at any sort of stagnation in your business, in your sales, in your life. And I'm always like very candid and very real with everyone. So I'll just kind of share my own personal experience here recently. There's a universal law called the law of rhythm. So that's part of why it's important for us to know how things operate. So the universal laws tell us how things operate on a macro scale. And the law of rhythm means that everything does this. So you will have periods where it's like, oh my gosh, like things happening so fast in your life, like clients flowing in faster than you could have imagined, money flowing in, opportunities. And then you will also naturally have times where it doesn't feel so much like that. And do any of you make yourselves wrong in that moment or feel like something is wrong or something is off? So I want to pause here and share what happened for me recently with this, where we had so much happen so fast, like first half of this year. And then the past few weeks had felt kind of like a pause for me. And I know now that's part of why it's helpful to know how these laws work, because this happens in life. It's like the tide goes in, the tide comes out. There's night and there's day. There's seasons. That is part of life. Elsie is saying, yes, so you make yourself wrong if there are ebbs and flows and things. And it's not that, so look, you are meant to continually make more money, make more sales, grow in abundance, all of that. That is, you are meant to expand. But with that expansion on the day to day, there will be it will feel kind of like this, but it's more like an upward, hopefully it's going the right direction on your screen. It's more of an upward trajectory, but there's still kind of this. But so that had been going on in my life for a couple of weeks. And one of the things that I noticed that I hadn't stopped to really do was acknowledge everything that had already happened. And like, I felt like I'd been acknowledging it, but I hadn't sat down and like made a list of, in the past 6 to 12 months, everything that had happened that was like mind blowing in my business and my sales. And so I sat down, and I've actually had a couple clients do this week too, because it's so important. I wrote an accomplishments list. So who here does accomplishment lists? Not to-do list, not and it's not even, it is a gratitude list, but it's kind of like, for me, when I do my gratitude list, it's more like bigger life things that I'm grateful for generally. So son, husband, clients, health, all of it. This was an accomplishments list. And I just looked at, for the past 6 to 12 months, I took stock of what had happened. And when I did it, it was like, oh my gosh, like stuff that most people would say is not possible to happen in 6 to 12 months had happened. And oh, James, you're saying you teach this in your book. That's awesome. I love that. Morgana, not nearly often enough. So this is definitely something, Morgana, I would do today. It blew me away, and it got me in this energy, back in that energy of that upward, just that like fast moving energy. And I'm not even going to share it yet because I'm still trying to wrap my mind around how it happened. But the craziest, coolest manifestation happened yesterday, right after I did this. And I'm like, again, I'll share it when I can wrap my head around it. But it gets the energy flowing. Laura, you're going to, yes, do it, Laura. Jessica, yeah, do it. Absolutely. James, it will blow your mind, the progress you have made. Totally. Because we get, you are meant to, you're meant to expand. You're meant to consistently have more. You're a goal-oriented human being. That's part of how you operate. There's nothing wrong with that. That's a great thing, right? We want to always be looking forward. And how often do you stop to celebrate what you've already done? And that's a key piece like that. And it gets you in that energy of it actually will catapult you to that higher level energy that's more in alignment with the next level of the manifestation you're looking to create. I had a client in, let me just pause and look at comments. Can you focus on big rocks each quarter? You can look back at those and create an accomplished list. Yes, do it. And I would keep this. I'm going to take mine out and like put it somewhere where I can see it every day and keep adding to it. But I had a client recently she's literally brought in $270,000 in 90 days. And her mind was going to what's next and what she has to do next. And she was feeling like heavy, understandably, right? She was feeling like, oh my gosh, it started to turn into a slog. And when we talked on our call last week, she was like, oh my gosh, I never stopped to celebrate everything I just did. And immediately when she did that, this light bulb clicked and she was like, she was pushing herself to like go create a course next and do all these other things. She was like, I'm taking a break. Like I'm going to go celebrate. The last time I heard from her, she was listening to jazz, like going to a jazz festival or something and just having fun. And that is such an important part of the creation process, is stopping to celebrate and stopping to acknowledge what you've already done as well. And so that's actually what I wanted to talk with you about today. I don't think we're even going to get into feeling is the secret today. So apologies for anyone who was all ready for some early 1900s language. We'll get back into it tomorrow. But what if you, and even now, like share in the comments, what is it that you've accomplished in the past week, in the past month, in the past quarter, in the past year, that if you actually think about it, the old you would not have thought was possible? Share in the comments. We did this a while back when we were doing the April Releasing Resistance to What You Want series. And it was so cool to see people sharing what they had done. Because oftentimes too, like if there's any hesitation on your part to share what you've done, then that's actually holding you back from accomplishing more great things, because that's the ego trying to protect you and playing small, and you're not going to accomplish what you want when the ego is in control like that. So share in the comments, what's an accomplishment right now that you're proud of? I know I've got some ladies from the 10K club in here. I know some of your accomplishments. I'm going to let you like put your own thing in the comments, but what is it that you're most proud of that you can celebrate that maybe you haven't even stopped to celebrate if you pause and think about it? I was, while you all are typing that in, I'm taking Joe Dispenza's course right now, and I love his stuff because he shares the science behind manifestation, and it's so powerful. And he said himself, he was like, the times when I create the most are when I'm having fun, when I'm celebrating, when I'm relaxed. Because what you're doing in that moment is you've actually dropped the resistance. You've dropped that hard, that pushing, that hustle energy that actually gets you out of flow and makes you more matter on matter instead of energy on matter, and makes everything a lot harder for you. And so what is it? And again, like when I'll share this, I'm actually looking at the manifestation right now. I'll share this story with you all when I can tell it in a more eloquent way, when I'm not so like right out of it. But let's see. Oh, Mary and Sierra, good morning. Laura, I hit 300% the goal for my first quarter for my sales in private banking. Amen. I added a new team member and 10 new clients to my Mary Kay business last month. Laura, I don't think I even knew that yet. That's amazing. Oh my gosh. And I just like knowing you, the woman who you are, and I know how you're showing up right now. That's natural for you. That's normal for you. And that gets to keep growing. But have you really stopped to celebrate that? Or did you feel like, oh, now I got to keep pushing and not even take a moment to celebrate and just do the next thing, right? Jan, good morning on YouTube. I'm so glad you're here. Kim, I just looked at my revenue for the first half of 2021. We're on track for doubling from last year. Oh my gosh, Kim, yes, that's amazing. I am. Are you celebrating? I'll tell you what. When Jason and I think you all know Jason, he's my husband. But if you're new, when we looked at our accomplishments list, because we did this together, because we were both like he's getting ready to go to med school, and we've got a new baby and growing the business, and it's easy to get into just like the doing every day. So we'd honestly just been in like the doing for a while, and when we stopped and talked about it, we were like we just retired him from his job, and these things have been happening. We hadn't even stopped to celebrate it, and we were like, you know what? We're taking Saturday off, and we're gonna. I don't know what everything we're going to do yet. He wants to eat pie. So we're going to go to a pie store in the morning. Man loves a pie. We're going to get pie. We're going to do a picnic. We're going to just like bask in what's happened, because that's part of the completion of that next level manifestation is you've got to celebrate. You got to celebrate it. Let me see. Oh, I've got so many good comments coming in. Let's see here. James, down 35 pounds this year. Hello, that's awesome. Most clarity I've ever had in my business. We got featured in Yahoo Finance and Market Watch this week. Oh my gosh. Congratulations. What are you doing to celebrate that? Morgana, I left my stuck life, took a solo road trip across the country for me, and have begun to rebuild my life from an aligned place. Okay, Morgana, I've been wondering where you've been tuning in from our calls. Are you on your road trip right now? Because you've been in these really epic looking places, and I don't think I knew that you were doing that. Good for you. Laura, I need to celebrate. I haven't done this. Here's my invitation for all of you who are, and I love this. Hopefully you all love this conversation this weekend. Plan something right now to celebrate. We've got to be like, you think you're going to celebrate later on, right? When XYZ has happened, and it's always nebulous. It's like, well, when I've hit this goal, then I'll celebrate. When I've done this, and I'll celebrate. You're actually blocking more of what you want from coming in by continuing to be in that push, that grind, that not enough. So what are you going to do to celebrate what you've done? And even if it's not like a massive financial windfall yet, I know a lot of you follow me and we're working together because you're going for more money, but even if it's not that, if it's like you did your first live video, like we had a woman in the Skyrocket Your Sales Challenge this week, and she challenged herself to do a video instead of writing out some of her homework responses. And she was like, I realized that it wasn't that bad, it wasn't that hard, and that deserves celebration. And it's not that you like stop working forever, and it's not that, but like take a moment, celebrate, feel the energy and the excitement of what you've done, and then carry that up-leveled energy into the next thing with you. This is something that I think is missing and lacking. And we say, we'll celebrate at the end of the year. We'll celebrate at the end of the quarter. We'll celebrate when I retired. No, like celebrate now, my friend. Celebrate now. Morgana, not on the road trip right now, but I'm looking forward to the next one. Yeah, go ahead and start planning it. Like it's so powerful. Ksenia, good morning. Oh, so anyone else, and that's really what I wanted to share this morning. Again, we're not going to get into feeling is the secret today, but anyone else want to share an accomplishment? Is anyone thinking right now about how they're going to celebrate this weekend and clear on it? How are you going to celebrate? Like, let me know, even if it's, I know I've got some women here who are in the program, and it's like, you stood up and invested in yourself and decided that you are no longer available to play small. Like that deserves celebration. Whether you're going to buy yourself some flowers, whether you're going to get a massage, whether you're going to, write yourself a love letter and tell yourself how proud you are of yourself. That's important. Like I used to beat myself up all the time when I saw myself in the mirror, when I would start my day. It was always that energy of like, oh, like that fear of what if I don't do well enough? What if this client doesn't come in? And you get what you focus on. And I've started like it sounds weird, but I celebrate myself every day. I looked at myself in the mirror this morning. I told myself how much I love myself. And I know, I know that if someone said that to me a while back, it would have triggered me. And it did not feel normal when I first started doing this, but I was able to do it now because I really see the woman who I am. And I want you to see you, the man, the woman who you are, and what you have done, what you have accomplished, the challenges. Like, I know many of you personally, you have overcome massive challenges. You have risen above. You have done things that you think are normal, but other people would say, oh my gosh, I can't believe you did that. You're extremely special. You're extremely unique. And who you are, and the fact that you keep showing up for yourself again and again and again, that deserves celebration, my friend. So celebrate. I don't care if there's been a huge like OMG manifestation or not, like you being here today on this earth, like showing up for yourself, celebrate. So that's your invitation for today, for this week, for this weekend, is how are you going to celebrate what you've done? And I promise, not just are you going to have fun in the process, but everything that you're in the process of creating right now will also come in faster because you're in that up-leveled energy and vibration that's closer to where you actually want to be. So that's your invitation. And I would also invite you, I think everyone I see on here is in the challenge, at least the ladies who I see on here are in the challenge. But if you're watching this and you're watching the replay, you can still register for the challenge, ElyseArcher.com/challenge. I think we'll have the replay videos up for a few days. So you can still watch the replays of the videos. But for those of you who are taking part, today's going to be amazing. I can't wait to see you. Oh, there's so many good things coming for you today in the challenge. So I can't wait to see you there at noon. I love you. I'm grateful for you. And we'll meet again tomorrow morning at 8:30 Eastern. And let me know how you're going to celebrate. Send me a DM. Let me know. I'm grateful for you. I'm celebrating you. And I'm wishing you a beautiful, beautiful day. Mwah. See you soon. Bye-bye.